I don't think I need... Okay, you know what? Let's see Zach view.
York, the other me. My other person.
What happened?
There are some things in this world that must be extracted.
This really doesn't help much. It's just the same stuff we saw.
I'm sorry.
So I don't think we're really going to get more information out of this.
Why can you cause me pain?
What was that cube?
A red tree!
Did he scream that?
York and Zach.
I don't remember him screaming red tree like that.
You two really
I could have
are
missed
best
it.
friends.
Maybe it was like low volume kind of thing.
I'm a little jealous.
I'm sure he'll make you very happy.
It's sad. We're at the epilogue. You can clearly see now that in that picture, one of those women is Thomas. Oh, look, you don't need to wear the mask anymore. I guess the mask version was his version of
Maybe.
York.
Zach, that story I told you the other day, did you believe any of it?
The fact of the matter is that I couldn't save Emily. So it really doesn't matter whether I believed you or not.
I'm very sorry about her.
Yeah, maybe if I didn't take things slow,
There's
Harry.
something mysterious about that picture. There's a calming beauty to it, and yet it exudes sadness.
Harry, I have a few questions for you.
About what, Zach?
Your last name isn't really Stewart, is it?
That is correct. It's really
What?
Woodman. Harry Woodman. George was my son.
You were there in the White Room when I was there. Why?
The same reason as your father. Long, long ago, I too was unable to shoot my wife. What's worse is that I was also unable to kill myself. Which is why I lost both. The woman I loved and my son. My wife
you have
suffered from a
explain
mental
some more, Harry.
illness, but I still loved her. I wanted to save George too, if I could.
I guess you could just say
Everything
mental
was
illness
my
and just leave it at that, but...
If only I had the courage to make the right decision, Emily and the other girls would not have died.
So it's not Zach's
You
fault,
have
it's
put
all
an end
Harry's
to all
fault.
of that.
I wonder if they are happy.
Zach, no need to worry about that. York will guide Emily and the other girls into the forest.
Like, I want to say the thing with Harry seems super weird, because it's like, ooh, you really just let George get beat like that? I don't think it's helpful. I don't think it's a good plot point that Harry is George's father. It's really weird.
Hey, Michael. Mind stopping the car for a moment?
Very well, Mr. Francis Zach Morgan.
It's also really weird to hear. I don't like hearing Francis Zach Morgan as a full thing. Doesn't roll off the tongue like Francis York Morgan. I don't like you kids. You stabbed me with
you're
scissors. Oh, you got the dog too. Good old Deputy Willie.
Uh-huh. That's right.
What? He didn't say anything.
It's a shame about Emily, and the other girls too.
Yeah, shame, that's what I would call it.
How are Isaac and Isaiah?
Still demons. But they'll get by.
Oh, they're fine.
My hat
I
won't
still
though,
don't
it's
think the
freaking
girls
out.
are dead.
Give it to him yourself. He's right next to you.
Goddamn kids talking to ghosts. They always do this.
Oh, okay. I understand. We'll do it for you.
God, that hat it just does not want to stay still.
Emily kind of told us to give this to you.
Also,
Emily
of course,
said
we're
it's a
outside
present
and
for
they're getting
Zach.
super echoey.
Thank you. Where did you get this?
Emily asked us to give it to you. See? She's over there.
There's another Zach there too. You're twins, just like us.
Emily couldn't give it to you herself. She said she's too embarrassed. So, she asked us to hand it to you.
Emily really likes you, Zach. She really likes you.
No, she doesn't. Not me. She really likes that guy York.
Also, York has a
She's
harem
standing
now.
next
It's
to
pretty
her.
crazy.
Anyways, you two. Be nice to the girls, okay? And they'll be nice to you.
We don't like girls.
Girls are boring.
There's also like none in town. All of them are dead. Bye.
Gotta love him. Just full of energy.
Why is that hat like a separate model? I don't think he ever puts it on. Why wouldn't it just be baked onto him like a... I guess maybe separate model is not the right term, but like the same kind of thing as like the York's tie, Zach's
Emily.
tie. It's
York.
very confusing for me.
Sounds like you're both doing fine.
It's not really confusing, it's just very hard
I
for me
feel
to
better
call him
about
Zach
you two
now.
And hey, York. I figured out why George carried on his body all the way into the woods.
He was a weirdo.
It was for them. He wanted Isaac and Isaiah to find her.
That really doesn't make it okay.
Mr. Francis Zach
Like, what, he
Morgan,
had like second
if you are
thoughts,
finished,
but didn't want to
if you
stop
are,
either.
Please, let us return to the car.
No need for that. You can go home. I want to take a look around more.
Very well, then. I'm sure Mr. Stewart will approve of that.
Ah, thank you, Michael.
Michael, I'm still confused about the rhyming. So we have technically beaten the game. There's like an end credit kind of situation that we can go through, but we do have a couple more side missions and more cards to collect. In particular, I mean, I need to go through levels again, but let me reload. I'm gonna have to grab York's car again too, but we'll just get into this car. Some of the stuff we have to do is just in Harry's mansion. So we'll just go do that now. And then we have to go get another spirit map. And then I'm gonna have to go back through those levels to collect more cards. Like, again, we have most cards. But we basically have to just do everything to collect them all. And I do think it's somewhat worth collecting them all. Or else I probably wouldn't be as focused on this. I don't remember what even I have to do. Galaxy of Terror, Police Station, Harry's Mason again, and then the Community Center. I think those are all of the levels I have to redo. And I think everything else is based on just completing the card collection, so... Off we go to see how Harry's doing. Hopefully he's actually at home. That might be something I need to look at. That might be a problem if he's not home. I didn't want to do this. Oh, I got myself a little confused. Oh no. Okay. Wait. Alright, back where we were. Follow the road up. It's a long road. Someone... Are they leaving? Please don't tell me they're leaving. Are we really gonna have to worry about this?
York, can you hear me? I'm a little jealous.
I'm all alone on this side now.
But don't worry, York.
I've had it easy for so long having you with me. I need to get used to being on my own.
It is kind of sad thinking about it. Like, this kind of post-game almost feels like it should be what you would get in like a Persona, where it's like, oh, all your favorite characters and you get to hang out one last time. But they're kind of... everyone's dead. Or were crazy killers or weirdos in the cult. Like, Thomas was kind of cool until he was a weird cult person that really had a problem with Emily because he just loved George so much he got a tattoo. George was an asshole but kind of cool until he was just the one that was killing everyone. Forrest was a fucking weirdo. Emily was just cool. I mean, everyone else was weirdos. So, like, you kind of do feel that emptiness. Like, I like this game a lot, and I like the weirdness of all the townsfolk, but it doesn't quite feel as good. It feels very bittersweet with this endpoint, especially since the Emily situation is something that you can't do anything about. I don't remember if I was able to say it, but this road is like miles long, so the thing with the choice at the end is if you shoot Kaysen, it doesn't do anything, just like with Zach's dad, but then the tree grows out of Emily, and then Zach hates
One
it.
more thing, York. I hope things are going well with Emily.
You've always been horrible with women. I gave you tons of advice during your last relationship, and you ignored all of it. I'm sure Emily will take the lead. Just don't fight her. Let her steer you in the right direction.
This road's very tilted. I like these York conversations at the end here too. And I don't remember what happens when you shoot yourself, but as you can imagine, shooting yourself probably doesn't end very well. Good thing is I did not see their limo while I was driving up here. Bad thing is it's closed. Where did they go? Where are you guys? Vandalism? I'm allowed to vandalize. I went through hell. I fought demons. Where did they go? There's no way I missed them on the road, is there? Where are they? God damn. Well, gonna have to come back here again. Let's go to... We can use the radio here, which is lovely. I guess we'll go to the milk barn and get the spooky, scary thing. That I am probably gonna cut out the actual gauntlet because I guess spoilers for the gauntlet if you care. I don't know who would care about the gauntlet. It's a boss rush mode, so you have to run through Thomas, George, and the Kaysen fight again. And those are such nothing fights that they like there's really no reason to show them again. Like, it's not like it's more challenging or anything, they're just there. I think people have some things to say too since the events happen, which is nice. You still in town, Zach? I get it, you just couldn't stand leaving such a rockin' store, right? That's cool, man, real cool. It is cool. I'm gonna buy stuff. Then spin away, FBI. Hey, spiritual map C.
Hey, man. That map you just bought.
It's haunted, bro.
It's the map to get to the Greenvale Central Substation. It's down by the Emerald River. Owned by a
I think
company
that's actually
named
the
Darius
power
Incorporated.
station by
It's
his
there
house.
to supply extra power through hydroelectricity. Cool, huh?
So I guess I was kind of right when I was talking about the train
But
thing.
it hasn't been used since a certain incident.
Oh. Spooky.
The name of the victim was Laura, the only
Palmer?
daughter of the rich Bartons who lived down by the lake. One weekend morning, the man of the house, Alex, was awoken by the screams of his wife. When she calmed down, she told him that Laura was gone. Alex did his best to calm his hysterical wife and started looking for the girl. There were a lot of possibilities at this point as to what happened. But heading out to the garden, he came across something chilling. His daughter's beloved dog, soaking wet, with one of her shoes in his mouth.
She drowned.
Ah, well, Alex...
No, she was eaten by the dog.
Next. I would have headed straight for the boathouse myself. Was he confused? Maybe just shaken? He washed his face, his hands, and then he called the police.
So he was worried about something else.
Oh yeah, FBI, you're hot.
I am hot, but I don't know what that has to do with the ghost story.
10 days, but they didn't find Laura. The search was called off, but some people started to doubt that this was a simple drowning. 31 days after she vanished, Laura showed up in a most unexpected place. There was a
White
massive
Castle.
power outage after a night of rain. Laura's body was the cause. Oh man, it makes me shudder to even think about it.
What is this, Persona 4?
When a worker from the electricity company opened up the water turbine, there she was, inside, mutilated.
Gross.
Having fallen into the lake, the turbine must have sucked her up. The blood vessels in her eyes had burst, and her nails were ripped off.
You don't have to go into detail,
her hair
man.
was all caught in the turbine, too. It must have been a painful way to die, man. And during the autopsy, signs of abuse were found on her body.
That's what the father was worried about.
Of course, that led to the rumors that she took her own life. Lost in a maze of abuse by her parents, she chose to give up living. But in doing so, she brought the truth to light. Kinda creepy though, huh? Sad too. You better be careful, Mr. FBI. If you go down there by yourself...
We'll have to fight boss fights. It's like the story isn't really spooky, it just sounds like these are events that happen and it's sad and a bummer. But like, I don't know, the bit where she was in the turbine is scary because it's like gross out. I don't really think I need anything. Maybe make it seem like more of a ghost story, like the Lover's Tunnel. Cope's Tunnel was decent enough because it's like, oh, lovers, they accidentally killed each other or something. I already forgot what the story was. He ran over his wife because she was getting him lunch. No, she was like bringing a treaty for the frickin'... God, that was a dumb story. Isn't Nick out of prison? Is he still in jail? I know that's a non sequitur, but I really had nowhere to go with the Cope Tunnel story being goofy. Where am I? I actually should go see Lysander because I think there's more trucks I can get. I probably should just do the electrical plant now. There's fucking Harry. It's a milk barn. Oh, god damn it. I always press these wrong buttons because it's very confusing. That's Harry. That's where I was. Yeah, Nick's out of jail. That's cool. Good on ya. Alright, guess I'll go do the scary thing. Get the scary reward for it. I'm gonna be real scared about it. I'm sure it'll be fine. It's just, you know, it's gonna be long, drawn out. Like, the boss fights weren't great to begin with, but having to go through all of them at once just seems annoying. And then, from... what?
So much has happened since we...
Yeah, a lot has happened. Okay, I guess that's all you had to say. That's fine. You do you, bro. You do you. How do I get in here? Is it just around this? I'm gonna blow it up. Yeah! Tear it down! Yeah, I just have to go through there. This way. So I like that, in this post-game section, Zach, again, I'm screwing it up, still has, like, the beat-up stuff on his head, like the head, gauze tape or whatever. And he also doesn't have a jacket anymore. So you can have some fun playing with the other outfits. It's a famous paranormal place. You gonna do it? I'll give this a shot. Do I play as Zach during the Thomas section? I kind of just want to see that. I should hopefully have all of my weapons available so I can SMG the heck out of Thomas. Yeah, so I can just go nuts with this and then just continue through everyone. The worst thing is I'm pretty sure with Kaysen you have to go through the bit where you run around.
Piggy, cry all the way home.
You have to do the bit where you wiggle the stick the whole time, so that's not going to be fun. Alright, so I was somewhat wrong about this in that it is a boss rush, but boy is it annoying because you, everyone seems to have a lot more health. Thomas is super easy. If you have the SMG out, because he doesn't, like, recoil at all, so you can just smash him real quick. But this is our reward. We got an RPG. Isn't that pretty cool? Would have been nice to use on boss rush mode, wouldn't it? But sadly, that's not what we could do. But we did it. We completed that side quest. Done with spirit maps. I'm still going to have to run through to collect cards. But at least we're done with that, and I'm definitely going to want to save, because I actually did struggle a lot fighting George. Because if he hits you, it hits hard. And I think when you are running, the running button press counts as trying to press a button, so it ruins your, like, attempt to dodge combo. At least it seems like that's what happened to me, so I got hit a lot by George. And it wasn't very fun. So I would like to avoid that kind of scenario again. So, depending on where Harry is, I guess I will either... let's go to Lysander now. We might as well, we're here. Oh, also I guess we can use gun. I'll go to Lysander and then we will use gun. And see how cool gun can be. Yeah, boss rush, not great. I would rate it 0 out of 10. Don't rush bosses. They're not fun. It just took a lot of hits. And again, I had to run around the clock tower, which was annoying. But George was really annoying. George was my biggest problem in that fight. You sell more things? Came a good time, son. He didn't really have anything new to say. So you've crawled out from the abyss of death. I guess he does. But your partner didn't make it, huh? Oh, he knew. I wonder if I should have talked to Keith about that. It's a perfect day to go on treasure hunt. Dig up some good stuff. We get Harry's car. That's what I thought. So that was the only one we were missing. And I'm pretty sure that's just a limo. Oh? It looks like his... I guess this was his car from back in the day. Alright, well good. We don't have to worry about this car here anymore. What was it, Diane's? Beautiful. Alright, well I guess I'll get in this one. I hope it plays Amazing Grace. It's not playing anything. Wait. I don't think it's playing anything. That's disappointing. What does his license plate say? 20 Aagin. Is it playing music? Can't tell. But it's not Amazing Grace, so who cares? Alright, well now there's no dialogue from Zach, so who cares? One thing I want to point out is that, I'm getting stuck on trees, and Harry's car is weird. George's and Forrest Kaysen's license plates kind of spoil who they are. George's license plate specifically says, I am the one. So, like, he is the killer, the one we're after. And for Sigourney, I don't really need to talk to her, but I might as well, she's here. And, Kaysen's is like Red Seeds for Life, bro, or something like that. Red Tree, I don't remember. Hey, watch it, my pot's not in a good mood today. Well, at least I don't have to do anything with you. Wait, I know what to do with Sigourney. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, I already got negative points for aiming at her. Might as well shoot. Nailed it. Sigorin this. It's good running around with an RPG. I ended up having to, like, sleep it off to get here, but I did get the rest of the cards. They were about as painful as you would imagine, just having to run through the levels. Most of them you need to go through, like, the whole, level to get to the end. One thing though, cool thing, if you do the community center, which I would recommend doing like right away, you get a grass cutter, nice weed whacker here, and it will cut through zombies super quick. You just hit the attack button and you walk into them and they will die like immediately, they crumble. I didn't know about this weapon. I don't think I finished the community center, even though the card's like right there. I think I went back. But like at the very end, and the community center is the tower that you go up when you are Emily. Since obviously the final boss part of the community center isn't really a level, and you already have a way to do that. So at the very top in Thomas's room is like where the card is, but in the room where York is tied up, you can find the woodcutter, and that's, I guess, your reward for doing that. I don't know if there's any other... I didn't see you guys in that room. I guess you guys were there. I just was completely blind. I guess there are other... maybe other rewards for going through those levels, but I do not want to do them.
Zach, you
so
don't feel like leaving this
that's
town
a secret for you to find.
You're right. Something's making me want to stay a bit longer.
Well, since you gave me a visit, why don't we play a little game?
A game?
I don't like games.
You don't have to
It better
go
not be
anywhere.
chess.
I'll ask you multiple choice questions about Greenvale. That's all.
This
you
one
like
I
to
will
give it a
try
try?
not to cheat at
Sounds like
because
fun.
I might know it.
Then let me know when you want to get started.
Greenvale trivia. It's not some like bullshit medical questions. I don't know. Need to see the list. I'm ready. Although honestly, I probably should save this for like the last one.
These questions are about Greenvale.
I guess it wouldn't be the last one
Are you
anyways.
ready?
I'm ready.
First question.
Which of the following does Dr. Usher like to eat most? Yo, dog, he's got his potato chips. I only know that because there's a card related to it.
Well done. But how about this next one?
I actually probably would not have known if it
question.
wasn't for the cards. What are the names of George's dumbbells? Aw, man, Harry, these are easy ones. Arnold and Sylvester.
Impressive. But can you answer this one correctly?
I wonder if this is only 3.
Third question.
What did the twins attack York with? Scissors. An axe.
Zach, simply astonishing. It's quite difficult to answer these questions.
That was easy. I kind of
Perhaps it's
wanted
just
to
a
answer
sign
them
that I
all.
put too much heart into my work.
Perhaps. But you must control your feelings, your desire to
I just
stay.
want to complete the
you're right.
game as best as I
This rate, I'll
can
be here
without going
forever.
through the
Well then, I shall give
other
you
world
your
sections
prize. Here,
all the way to
take
completion.
this.
I get a Baby York card. Not Baby Zach. I'm surprised it wasn't a Zach
You
card,
can leave
honestly.
this town in our care now and follow your own path.
We did it. But that's not the last side quest for us. No siree, we got more to go. I think it's in here, if you recall. Yeah, over there. If you recall, I couldn't get into that room before, or at least I didn't try hard enough to get into this room before. Got a little bit of a side quest here. We're gonna read a diary. That's illegal, you know. Didn't really help us much with the, Honogram murder.
What's this?
The diary.
Day 2190.
What?
It's my 6th year working for Mr.
Oh,
Stewart.
I thought that was
On
year.
this special day,
I'm an idiot.
I have noticed something terrible. I've lost a most precious object. Day 2192. I've looked everywhere, but I still cannot find it. I cannot discuss this with Mr. Stewart. What should I do? The precious bird carving that he gave me. Where did I put it? Day 2193. I have searched inside and outside.
Can't believe he's not
in the
even
car.
rhyming in
I've
his
looked for it
diary.
at
Come
night,
on, man.
so Mr. Stewart wouldn't find out. But I cannot find it anywhere. Maybe I should just give up.
Yep, give up. Incomplete treasure. No, don't need to view it. I know exactly where to go. If only because I quickly looked up what the other side quests I had to do was. Is, do. I do need to leave, though. Pretty confident about that. The Greenvale quiz was fun. I am curious as to what the other questions would be, but I can't imagine it would be that much more difficult than what I went through. Like the Usher's Chips thing, if it wasn't for the card, I definitely wouldn't have known. I want to say too, like I got the wood chipper from going through the community center all the way to the end, but not all of the levels have anything, because I'm pretty sure I went to the end of the hospital, basically. Unless if I missed it, because I didn't really look at a lot of the, I need to go to the, diner. I, almost missed the woodcutter, actually, because it was just a glowy object, but I actually noticed the, like, size of it. Like, you could see it as an actual object on the ground. Like, all of the items, but, like, the woodcutter was large, so it was a bit unique, in my opinion. You probably can get a lot of other stuff from doing that. I don't know what they are, but, again, this is pretty cool. Go in here. I can imagine most of them would probably be, like, weapons you can get by default. There's the bird carving. We found it. It's weird looking. Was it like... Did it have heterochromia too? Am I not allowed in here?
Hey, I'm working here. You can't just stroll into a chef's kitchen.
I swear to God,
perhaps you would give me your permission to enter.
No, get the hell out of here.
God damn it, Nick. I delivered letters for you. I guess York delivered the letters. Olivia, why is Nick such an asshole?
Hi there.
Thank you for dropping by. Oh, and you normally... It's just me, or is it brighter in here than before? Oh, you noticed? I'm glad me and Nick cleaned the place up a bit. He said he wanted to go back to the beginning and start over again. That sounds like a great idea. It is. I've been learning to smile, too. That's, laughing, but okay. Watch. There, what do you think? Terrible. You've got a lovely smile, Olivia. Full marks for me. Thank you, Mr. Agent. I'm gonna cut you up. Oh, I spooked her. This is a gardening tool. Why are you so upset? It's for gardening. I'm not using it to cut people up. What's your problem? Fun thing is, I'm gonna have to head all the way... Well, shoot. I think there's something else about this quest that's a bit bothersome, and I don't even know how to handle it. But I am probably gonna have to head back to the mansion. Probably. I think it's really the only way I can do this, so, I should probably cut, because God knows no one wants to ride all the way up that path again. Alright, so, I had to double check, because I do remember the thing with this is that,
Yes?
Mr. Francis Morgan, may I help you with something? Oh, maybe I... Can I? Mrs. Stewart is here. Can we continue this when I am alone? Right, okay. So the problem with this is that we have to wait for Michael to be alone. When is he alone, though? I don't know. So I looked it up because I'm not gonna fiddle around with this until he's alone. There's very few instances. I don't think I've ever seen him alone, honestly. So we have to wait till 9. Hopefully Is it 9? Yeah. Yeah, it would be 9. I don't always know time very well. Like, me visualizing analog and then thinking about digital isn't easy. I'm not good at time. Mistakes happen. Where is he? He is in his room. I did time good this time, though. Time is on my side. Since I'm so starving, I guess I should eat Thomas's bagel. Keeps me going. Stuff my face. Don't need Emily's. I'm saving that for later. Alright, Michael.
Yes?
May I help you with something? I got the bird.
Mr. Francis Zach Morgan.
God,
this is...
Stop.
I'm sorry, Michael. I just had to read your diary.
I love snooping.
How very impolite of you. I'm so shocked. I'll stop rhyming for now. Where did you find this?
Were you rhyming before?
Michael. You were only able to look for it at night, right?
Diner, of course.
It must have meant a lot to you.
I mean, it makes sense. It seems like that's the only other
eyes?
place Harry ends up.
Mr. Francis Zach Morgan.
I hate it.
Mr. Stewart gave me this carving the day he adopted me.
It was an unfinished carving, made by Mr. Stewart himself. When he gave it to me, he said, "When you grow up to be a fine man, as a son I can be proud of, I'll give you the eye parts to this bird, and then you can finish the carving yourself." I'm far from
the
receiving
son
eye
Harry
parts
never
if I'm
had.
losing the bird itself, and I'm far from being a son that Mr. Stewart can.
I mean, you're doing better than George, and that's all that matters.
Mr. Stewart.
Oh my God, how'd you get through that door?
Let me give you these.
Is that the eyes? Convenient timing.
These are the eyes for the bird.
Imagine if he didn't have the bird.
My promise? What a fine son you turned out to be.
But
It's okay, Michael. Objects are not important. It's your heart that's important.
So I was spying on you this whole time.
To teach you, and you've learned it well. I'm proud of you.
Thanks to Zach and York, we can stop our act now. You and I need to be a team and steer this town in the right direction.
Mr. Stewart.
Oh, look at that spin. Where's he going? He's going off camera. He's still there.
Bring the carving back. Thank you.
Amazing.
Well, I can move the camera.
You knew
I forgot.
exactly what was going on all along.
I thought
Mr.
that was
Francis
some
Zach
weird
Morgan,
framing,
you've been
but
very
it was
kind
all in
to
my
help
control.
me, and I appreciate it very much.
I also didn't realize there was a door over there. I got liquefied food. What a weird card.
No problem. Look after your father, okay?
Incomplete treasure. Complete. There's some irony to that. No, I probably shouldn't cut him up. Alright, so I believe we have most of the cards. We are missing one, but thankfully I think Wesley only wants 64 cards. So I'm pretty sure he gives you the last one, right? He's like, this is my most prized possession as the card freak that you never come to visit because you just keep getting the infinite weapons. So you never come to my weapons shop, and it's very upsetting to me. Wesley's basically just a trading card place. There's no point in him existing as a, like, weapon shop. I should be able to go now. I think he's open at this time. So we'll get our 6th reward. And then, after that, I think we'll be good to leave Greenvale. I'm gonna feel sad leaving, but all good rides need to end. It's also kind of funny that I, like, never really needed to go back to the gas station after I paid everyone off and got my car washed. You open? Yeah, he's open. Give him those cards. He's gonna love it. Wesley? What can I do for you? First, let's talk. Well, actually, that's
You
exactly what
found
we
new
need to do.
cards? Show them to me. 64 cards. That's a full set.
I'm missing one, though.
I never expected to be able to see a full set of these cards. I appreciate you showing them to me. Here's a little something, as promised.
I got light sword.
That light sword was a top secret weapon developed by the U.S. Army. Just read the manual before trying to use it.
I ain't gonna read
Hold
no
on
manual.
to it, okay?
So funnily enough, I don't think this is as strong as
And
Keith's
thank
guitar.
you for showing me the full set.
Wait, what was that view list? Was that just because of the quest I completed? What can I do for you? Talk? Do you have anything to say? Well, if you see me in the city somewhere, say hi. You really don't have anything to say. I mean... Great. I don't know, even the Weed Whacker might still be more powerful than that. But I mean, it's goofy. It's funny to have a lightsaber. It's a shame with the like rocket launcher and the lightsaber that you get it after completing tasks that you would want to use them in. Like, there's no reason for me to go through those combat sections again. Heck, even with the Weed Whacker, if I didn't know about that, there'd be no reason to get that. The rocket launcher would probably only be good for boss fights, but you don't get a chance to fight the bosses with it. Unless if you just feel like going through it again, but who would want to do that? Not me. Alright, I guess we'll be done with the story. I guess, I don't even need to really get in the car, do I? Let me get out of the car. I got in the car to get out of the car. But I need to, go back to my hotel to get my belongings and get ready to leave. We got everything we could possibly get, except for, like, asterisk, the stuff in the combat sections when you re-enter them. If there is anything else. Like I said, like, one of them, it seemed like there wasn't really anything in the hospital. Community center was pretty cool, though. Weed Whacker was cool. I want to look at my cars before we actually go, though. I like having this full set, and also I want to get into York's. Get out of York's. I just want it to be, like, my default. I don't think it's going to matter too much, but I want to see if it said anything about it being York's car instead. Red tree. See, it says red tree. You should have known. Also, the big red nursery. Like, there was a bunch of signs. A bunch of signs that he was involved. I think everyone's thing says something. Yeah, see, here's George's. I am the one. I love mauve. Oh, that's Emily's. Tattoo love G. Because this is, Thomas's, so it's, I guess would indicate that the love G tattoo means more than we were led to believe. And then I don't think anyone else. Like, IE6 sale. I excel. I think this is like Heath's car. I don't know. It doesn't really matter too much with everyone else. I just thought those ones were fun. Great cook. I bet you that's Nick's. Yep. How'd I figure that out? Love. Be forever? Is this, Quince? Yeah, Quince, because it's Becky. Love Becky forever. Swery 65. This was, Richards, yeah, because of the bar. York and Zach one drift. I still don't know what that means. Whatever. We're done. I was gonna make a big deal about actually shaving, since York was the one that didn't shave, but it looked like they defaulted Zach to not shave, so I guess it is canonical that Zach does not like having a beard and decides to shave. So you know what? It worked out. Also, it was really weird having him have the white hair and the black beard. Or
York,
brownish, I don't know.
Tonight I'm going
It's kind
to
of like a
sleep
really
like
dark
baby.
brown.
Zach, it's over. All finished. It's time for you to leave town. Are you ready to go?
Feels weird to leave, but there's nothing else for me here.
Then this is goodbye, Zach.
I forgot about the other card.
Thank you for everything.
Pretty sure we did all the
Good
side
night,
quests. I don't know what card I'm missing.
Sleep tight.
Gonna have to run back and look for it. So you can actually see this picture
Polly, what's that picture?
early on, and Kaysen is actually there.
Oh, that. We took it when the clock tower was built.
50 years ago?
That's right. That's me in the middle. I was pretty popular back then. Men were always around me.
Just in case if you didn't notice.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Just
I think
sign here,
early on in the
please.
playthrough I went to check on the picture just to see.
Mr. Morgan? Mr. Morgan!
Oh, I'm sorry,
So
Polly.
at least they didn't
I was
hide
just
that
thinking
like
of a
they
friend,
hid George's
someone
back.
who was with me for a long, long time.
Scars.
He must have been a really good
I was
friend.
gonna say
then.
tattoos. That's definitely not what George had.
Why else would you remember him at a time like this?
Indeed. We used to fight, but he really was a good person.
Did they
He's
fight
gone now,
often?
though. Gone away to a place where we can't meet again.
I'm sorry to hear that. But if he's a friend of yours, I'm sure he's getting on just fine.
Thank you, Polly. You know what? I think so too.
So yeah, the car doesn't matter because for whatever reason, Zach decides to walk home. Also, Zach, not much of a smoker. Even though I was smoking to wait for Michael, but whatever. That's my bad. Willie! Don't do it, Willie. Don't bring that evil back to me. And look, it's the ladybug from the beginning of the game. It's like poetry, it rhymes. As Willie wanders off. There is a big theory that Willie is behind it all. And I'm not going to say it's stupid because, I mean, you've seen the game. It's very possible that that could be the case.
Did Emily die?
Were you not paying attention,
No.
child?
She became the goddess of the
Oh, I mean,
forest.
she became the goddess of the forest. She didn't die.
Even
Don't worry
now,
about it.
she is still in the forest with York.
Wait, that
She
was old
watches
man
over the
Zach
world
telling the
from
story?
Emily became a goddess.
That's right. Isn't that a lovely ending?
Not quite. It's still kind of a sad
Grandpa.
ending.
Can I ask you something? What kind of person is York?
York is a real nice guy. He's been a good friend of mine since I was small.
Like Mr. Teddy?
No, he was
Yes.
real.
Just like Mr. Teddy.
I guess like Mr.
A
Teddy.
very important friend.
God, that mustache is terrible. Again, those cutscenes were super unnecessary. I like Deadly Premonition. It's great. It's super silly.
Emily!
Oh, there's more.
It's almost time for dinner. Take your grandfather's dinner up to him, will you?
Yes, Mom.
Alright, I guess there'll be more later. Big theory that Willie's behind it all. If you
How's
look
your grandfather
at...
doing?
Oh, never
I
mind.
don't know. He's calling me Emily again.
Oh dear, he must be losing his memory.
Alright, so she was never named
You
Emily.
are Louise, honey. Michelle Louise Morgan. Not Emily. You know that, right?
Don't confuse the child.
Name, Mom.
I know you do, baby.
At least...
You're just so lovely, Louise. I'm sure that's why your grandfather mixes you up with a goddess.
God, don't talk about the goddess thing like it's normal. If you zoom out on the map of...
Mom,
God damn it.
Where is the goddess?
I'm just gonna wait.
I don't know, dear. I'm not much like your grandfather.
Is there even such a thing as a goddess?
I believe so, but I've never met one.
Mom, you're so pretty.
Don't
You
say
must be
that.
a goddess.
Oh, thank you,
No,
honey.
don't take
If
it
I
as a
am
compliment.
Goddess, then you are an angel.
I don't like the whole goddess talk. They're dead. I know it's supposed to be like, oh, it's all whimsical. They're all dead. Okay, if you zoom out on the map, the roads somewhat look like a dog, which I think is a big coincidence and nothing more. But it would lend some credence to the Willie is the mastermind idea. Obviously, that last scene where Willie had the Kason doll could also be seen as sinister. It's kind of like unnecessary if Willie isn't, right? So I guess it would make sense that like maybe there's still that evil out there, whatever that evil really was. It was a very unclear evil. And this song is really weird right here. But yeah, I like the game a lot. Would be great if the combat wasn't needed. And I almost feel like part of the plot, the like red seeds making everyone go crazy almost feels unnecessary, and maybe like it was tacked on just to have combat. Then again, I guess, I don't know. There's a lot of weird bits in the story that make you wonder why it's there. So like, I guess it would make sense to have the story of the Raincoat Killer be involved with that, but it's kind of silly. And as you can see here, a little fun fact, everyone's name corresponds to a letter in the alphabet. Annie, Becky, Carol, Diane, Emily. If you notice too, all of the people that died at the beginning, like all of the girls, the ladies, were Enigma was Willie. Zach Morgan and New York. They were played by the same person. If you notice, all of the ladies are like the first letters of the alphabet up to Forrest. They all ended up dying, so that's fun. Mob Female and Mob Child. I don't know who Mob Child would be. This song's crazy. Were there like children? I don't even remember if I saw children. There might have been like generic child. Actually, I do think I saw generic child somewhere. Was that at the community center when we... What is this song? This song is different. I might have seen the child at the community center, but that would have been kind of weird to have children show up to the like, hey guys, there was a super big murder to happen. Amazing Grace.
Mom, do you believe those stories that Grandpa tells?
You believe them, Louise?
No, I
They're all
asked
just
you,
made-up
Mom.
Stories, dear. All fiction, like your picture books.
So all my picture book stories aren't true?
Wow, just tell her about Santa
Don't
Claus
twist
next.
things around, Louise. You just want to know everything, don't you?
Yeah, game would have been better if there was no combat. Kind of the one thing I'm excited about.
Here, take this dinner to your grandfather.
I'm never
Go
gonna get to
on while
talk.
it's still hot.
Mom, I understand what Grandpa's talking about.
No, you don't.
I've got Mr. Teddy, just like Grandpa's York.
Very nice, dear. Now off you
Shut
go.
up, dear. Just give him his
Hold it
food.
straight or you'll spill the soup.
I've got it.
I'm kind of excited for the Good Life, the game where you turn into a cat or a dog. just because there's probably not going to be combat and it'll be kind of just investigating town and seeing kooky new characters. So I'm sure that'll be fun. Even the prequel game that's going to come out, I don't think it's going to have combat, or at least it didn't look like it would, so that's probably going to be much better too. The song sounds so weird. I mean, D4 seemed like it would have been fun if it was able to continue. I do wonder if the prequel Deadly Premonitions will kind of finish that story in some weird way, because it is set in... It almost looks like the same apartment, or at least it is the same apartment. Like, it definitely is the same model apartment. I'm waiting... I know more dialogue is going to happen. I know specifically what I'm waiting for, and it's gonna interrupt me and I'm gonna be angry, so I don't want to continue talking. Thanks for playing! I guess this was the Nightmare song. I saw it in the credits. Is it... Do I need to press the button? I'm just gonna say thanks for playing. Oh no, it's slow fading. I was just gonna leave it up forever. Unless if that was my fault. I might have botched it by doing that. This is a nice little ending bit. Look, everyone's here. Everyone's here to be a third wheel. Her hair's going nuts. They're all just watching us. This is very uncomfortable. They couldn't put Thomas in at least casual clothes. Seems weird that he would just be in his police outfit. It's almost like this is a new scene. Amazing Grace. Old Man Zach. How'd I get here? Old Man Zach looks like a Metal Gear character. I don't even, feel like half of those characters deserve to be happy here. I'm sorry. I guess they were, super drugged. I don't know, man. It's just so weird. They seemed so, into the cult aspect. So, whenever we tried to save them, having Carol shove seeds in Emily's mouth. But I guess that was part of the drugs, maybe, so I guess they can be goddesses.
Zach, it's great to see you again.
Are you an alien now?
I've been close to you the whole time. You probably couldn't see me, but you felt my presence nearby, right, Zach? I never thought you'd get married and have a family. Quite a surprise. I spent years honing my profiling skills, but I never saw that one coming. That's what makes humans so interesting. And that's why I just can't leave you guys.
He's not human! He's an alien!
Seeing you look so happy is the best thing I could ever ask for. Anyway, Zach, did you
For an
see
elder
the
god, I don't
newspaper
know.
today? As it turns out, over the last 3 months, there's been a string of bizarre incidents near New Orleans. Residents there are reporting a sudden strike of nausea, and then they completely lose control of their bodies. Some have already had 2 months of only being able to walk backwards. Does that make you feel anything? It makes me feel something. I know you feel it too, Zach.
Are you testing me, York? So when do we leave?
Okay, Zach. I thought that's what you'd say. Well then. It's time to wake up, Zach.
I'm pretty sure he would just respond like that all the time. Also, I don't like the idea of like old Zach adventures, so I think it's probably for the best that they retcon the retcon out. Like, I love the idea of continuing the adventures of Zach and Cody. I mean, Zach and York. But after he had like a family and he's super old and brittle, I don't know. Seems a bit silly. But like I said, I'm...
Mom!
Alright.
Grandpa's gone! Where did he go?
I got real confused here because I was in the load screen. Load the save data. Yeah, whatever. That's what I was waiting for, was the grandpa's gone, where did he go? But I moved a little too fast and I thought it was in the credits. I guess just implying the grandpa went off on his adventure to figure out why people are walking backwards. I need to go into special. Special. New and unique things. Oh god, why? I mean, I know what I need to look at. TV 35. So go onto the TV. Go to number 35. I don't think I need to look at that any more than what I already did, hopefully. VB. What is VB? Oh, that's a J, jukebox. Alright, sorry. Is that 14? I wish I could just look at this. I wish it was easier to look at. I'm gonna say 14, probably. Okay. No. Don't want to ruin this combo. Trading card 26, I think. $26, I believe, is Polly. Good. I hope I did this right. PT 203. I don't know if 203. What am I looking for specifically? This is a bit of a bother. Because the thing is, this door is locked. So I need... Oh, also, you can kind of see the map there. It's not a great looking... If you squint, it looks like a dog. But it's not the best dog, I would say. Photo 203? Like, I feel like there's probably dates involved. These are cityscapes. Nature. They're not like numbered. Cooking. I'm gonna have to look at a thing just to double check. So I got most of it done good, but this part is... I want to make sure. $203. It might be like this one and this. Oh, I think I did actually do it, because it made the sound. But, I mean... Yeah! I didn't even have to use the guide. I risked it, and it was worth it. I'm in the white room. Nothing over here. This is a dumb secret. I'm lost and confused. It's my boy. Why? Why is he here? I got you a present, Zach. We got Swery, the final card. We need that 6th secret for it. Alright, we did it. Now we beat the game. What does it say? The director of this game, he created Deadly Premonition and was inspired by the small town in the northwest. He loves big hamburgers and can't live without ketchup. There are many Easter eggs about him hidden in the game. Try to find them all. Sick. Could also look at like every card, but there's not much to it. Kason always carries these seedlings. He says that raising these seeds requires a bit of finesse in order to grow them into trees. That's a bit sinister knowing what we know now. During a hunt, it is displayed in his office. I guess it could probably... It's probably the deer that he gutted for the things. I don't... There's the Usher's potato chips, or else I wouldn't have gotten the cards right. He believes that they're great. I don't really know what is worth looking at. Definitely Gina's sponge. What is the liquid food? It actually tastes pretty good. I mean, if you care about any of the flavor text on this stuff, I'm pretty sure you can just read it online pretty easily. Nightmare birds. There's the nightmare lady. I don't like her face. Raincoat killer Willie. He's behind it all. He loves coffee. That never comes up. I'm trying to just see if anyone... Mother of Detective York... No! It's the mother of Detective Zach. When York was still a boy, she was murdered during an undisclosed case. He wrote the book on profiling. He killed his wife and then killed himself during... You see, this is a fake card, because he did not kill his wife. He was a coward. And that's a weird thing to actually say now that I think about it, but... That is basically what the game taught me. That he failed because he didn't shoot his wife. Good-hearted. Yeah, sure. He likes to talk and joke around. He started showing up in town a few months ago, and the town folks like him. I guess the fact that he started showing up a few months ago also kind of tips you off, because that's probably about when Anna died. And also the fact that he just kind of weaseled his way into the, like, Keith's family and kind of in the, with being with Polly. He hates dogs. I guess that comes up when Willie kills him, because Willie's a cool dog that might be behind it all. Trustworthy and stern, he has an interest in profiling, but he has not grasped the skill of it yet. His favorite pastime is to work out and exercise. That doesn't tell me anything. The 4th victim. The 3rd victim. Okay, did these... Was I able to get these before they were victims? I'm trying to remember. Carol, definitely. I don't think that 4th victim was actually on the text for this card until she died. But that's kind of funny. Can you imagine? She was the youngest sister of the officer Thomas and had a very mean, decadent personality. Join the secret club. She runs away before and dies, but later returns to take on his locket. What would hers say? Unless if, again, you get this card after you already know. Special Agent York, in his youth, has tragic memories of witnessing his mother's death. Known for his surreal demeanor, he talks with his dual personality named Zach during investigations. Alright, yeah, nothing important from all those. Except we know that the pot knows everything. The pot's probably behind it all. Alright, so we beat the game. I mean, we didn't really get a chance to look at all this stuff. You can go back and look at cutscenes, which is nice. You can change the music. Let us get comic relief. Life is Beautiful, though. Life is Beautiful is still the best song for this. And then there was like, these were like basically their tour pictures, I think, when they were looking at like North America for where they want to go. Like there's the milk barn. I think the milk barn is based on an actual place. Is that like the police station? Looks kind of like it. So like these are fun. I appreciate the idea of them. Except when you get to like food, it's like, oh, maybe they were just on vacation and thought this would be a good game to make. But these are all cool pictures that they like used as reference or gave them the ideas. See, this is... Sweary City likes big hamburgers. So I'm guessing those were all from him, specifically. Where's the, donut's good. Where's the Sinner Sandwich? That coffee don't got no FK in it. And then what's the last one? Bonus! Oh, well, that's spooky. It was like a ski lodge, too, or at least it has ski stuff. I guess these are probably the hotel. That looks like a bar for, like, a hotel. Well, maybe not. Maybe it's just a regular bar. That's a weird stop sign, too. Look at those guys just hanging out. Oh, that's the spooky tunnel. Are those rocks you can buy at, like, tourist locations? I love those rocks. Is that someone hiding? Oh, look at that pupper. That pupper's probably behind it all. Trains. Everyone hanging out. That's good. That's a good picture. Good picture to end everything on.